Welcome back everybody to Tesla Driver. I hope you've been doing really well, and I'm sorry about the absence that I have taken in between these videos, but to be totally honest, not much has changed in the world of full self-driving or autopilot here in the UK, and I thought no better way to test it today than taking you down some foggy B roads, A roads, and kind of back streets in the UK countryside. So if you want to see more of these videos, hit the like button down below, subscribe, join the channel, it all helps out and it'll help me continue making on these videos. So there actually was an update for the car today, but it didn't again bring anything new to the car that is good. The only thing it brought was some sort of motorway exit alert where it will tell you it's about to abort because it can't move over and it can't change lanes by itself here in the UK. So again, not something good, which is a shame to see, but that seems to be kind of what we're doing over here in the UK at the moment. So I'm going to keep it about 10 miles an hour under the speed limit. It is pretty foggy, but I'm hoping that the car won't have a problem doing this in the fog. The lines on the road are kind of tough to see, but it has done these roads before without issues, so I'm hoping again we have a really good drive. I've had a couple of issues with it recently with some phantom braking. It sees lots of lights recently as like traffic lights, which is a little bit strange, and then it will like stop and go and stop and go, and then it continues. But there shouldn't be any of those issues today, and I shouldn't have to touch the wheel to intervene, except for, of course, at roundabouts and anything like that. So we're just going to go on a random drive. I have no idea where I'm heading off to. I've just picked a road, and we're going to go down it. And so far, it seems pretty good. I've watched a lot of videos in America of how full self-driving is coming along over there, and I'm fairly impressed, I've got to say. It is getting better, but I still wouldn't trust it here in these autopilot speed limited due to poor visibility. That's interesting. I've never actually seen it say that it's going to limit the speed because of poor visibility. But that's a good thing, of course, to be careful, to make sure everything's okay. Nice and confident around these bends. So this is kind of a, I would call, oh, here we go, forward collision warning. I don't know. I don't know what it sees there, but it's letting me know. Again, due to poor visibility, it is reduced. But this is what I mean. I get these kind of like phantom, or it thinks it sees stuff, but there's definitely nothing there in front of it. But at 50, it seems pretty confident. Let's bump this up then to the speed limit of 60 and see. Oh, we're coming actually straight into a 50. I didn't realize that. Let's bring it back down to 50. So again, it's picking up the signs well. I have noticed it picks up the road signs a lot better now, which is good. So we've got a 50 sign on the left, 50, picks it up nicely. It has also got a lot stricter with having your hand on the wheel, so it always now needs to feel your hand on the wheel as soon as you take your hand off. So I'm just going to take it off very lightly here for a few seconds. You'll see that it kind of just nags me very, very quickly down here to put my hand back on. That being said, this is the longest it hasn't done. There you go. Oh no, speed limit reduced again for visibility. Going a little bit wide, but did it very confidently. Auto steer is aborting. There we go. There's our first abort. So that was because the ambulance was coming over the hill. Temporarily unavailable. Okay. It says learn more. I've never seen that before. So we're coming up to a roundabout. We're going to take a left here. No one coming. So we're going to go down the A417. There you go, autopilot has allowed us back on here, which is good. And this is a better A road. This is kind of the best kind of A roads you're going to find here in the UK. See, look, it's slowing itself down on its own here, which is good. It's not going up to the 50. I guess that's because of the poor visibility. I'm not sure why it's saying all of these, but I don't have time to read that now. All right, let's put it up to the max 60. Again, I took my hand off for a split second, and it is warning me. What we're really trying to see is, like, corners like this, I want it to be able to smoothly do them. Yeah, that did it actually pretty well, but I always want it to slow down or brake just before the corners, because normally it gets to the corners and then it will do its kind of like on-off braking. Wow, it's very confident here. Surprisingly confident, to be totally fair. We've got a long left bend coming. Nice. It's slowing itself down. This is exactly what I wanted it to do. Sadly, again, look, it's nearly going over. We haven't hit the cat's eyes in the middle of the road, so it did a bit of bouncing off of the line, but it did it pretty well. And again, that wouldn't have been a problem probably if I just brought the car down to 50 and kind of left it there. I'm going to bring it down to 50, and then we'll see if we get those warnings. Oh, there was a fox on the side road there. Rip fox. But yeah, so you can see it is, obviously it does act towards what the weather's like. If it's really rainy, snowy, or like this, foggy, it does actually slow the car down and try and make it a bit safer. Yeah, it's doing these roads really nicely, actually. And again, I find it very helpful. Having a car in front always guides the Tesla. I mean, it shouldn't, but it guides the Tesla on speed, on what speed it probably should be doing for these roads. Again, maybe if it slowed down a little bit, it would be quite nice. You can see it's kind of bouncing off the line a little bit there. Alright, let's put it back up to the speed limit. I have also seen a lot of comments of people saying how fast people in the UK drive around these roads. Yeah, it is quite fast for small roads, but we are very used to it. And I'm kind of worried that's what the Tesla's not used to. Look, see, he's gone over the line in front of us. We didn't, but, you know, you can tell these corners are not too harsh. What? Whoa, my God, that guy in front is doing some interesting driving. So this is set at distance, I'm normally set at distance 3 behind the car in front, and I think this is a good distance to be. So here we've got our first kind of harsh bend that I'd like it to slow down for like now. But I think it's slowing down because of the car in front. Okay, so, yeah. Yeah, again, it's trying to limit itself. It is doing pretty well. I don't mind it getting closer to the left side of the road, but it's when it gets close to the middle lane and you're going around a corner and you don't know if there's going to be a person driving on the other side of the road, because if they're obviously on the line as well, that's going to be a collision. So I'd rather it always keeps a little bit further left. But so far, with the support of this Honda in front of us, we've done this road pretty well. But again, this is a nice A road here in the UK. We're going to take it down a not so nice A road in a second. This is going to be a tricky turn for it. Here we go. How's it going to do this? We have got cars on the other side, but no, nicely done. Again, slowing us down there right at the end, so instead of slowing down before the corner, it's slowing down during the corner, which I find just a little bit jarring. That's not really how I would drive my car personally. Okay, here we go, coming into a 40. Again, see, it still isn't slowing down before the 40. It will hit the 40 at kind of whatever speed you're doing. Let's take it down here, shall we? And let's go down maybe not quite as good a road as that road that we were just on. So again, it still can't do these kind of junctions or anything like that. And this is going to be a better test for it. So here we go, we're going into a 30. Oh, will it show the dog on the side of the road? It does show dogs now. No, it didn't show dogs that time. So this is a lot tighter. There's a lot less space for error down here. Doing it nicely. roads. Okay, so we're slowing down a little bit now. I'm not sure. So it can see the person. Look, it sees the person on the road, and it's just being a little bit cautious of that person, which again is the right thing to do. Well done, Tesla. We're going slightly over the road there. Now it's flicked us back on. See, it picked up the speed check sign as well. So it will still pick up unofficial, like, speed limit signs. Okay, we've got people in the road here. So it slowed down itself, but it would just come to a complete stop. It wouldn't actually go around them if you kind of let it. Okay, here we go, over a bridge. Nice. I would have let it, if I knew those people, I would have let it stop on its own, but I obviously didn't want to see exactly what the car will do. When it comes to other people, you've got to make sure that their safety is your #1 priority. So here the lines kind of all disappear. It gets a bit muddy, a bit crappy. Oh, it smells a bit crappy too. Yeah, did that well. Oh, we're going slightly over here. It's corrected itself, but it did kind of linger into the middle of the road for a split second. But no, it's done that nicely. And now we're going into a 60. And this road here is a pretty windy road with some incredible bends. So, are we going to stick on the left side of the road? I'm going to stick it down to 40, I think. Oh, we're going over a little bit. Yeah, we're back over. Jeepers. Okay, so the car did brake there. It slammed on, moved slightly to the side. It's because there's no central line. That's the big issue here. No, you see, that's not going to... It was kind of going into the middle of the road a little bit for us. No, it's not picking this up. So again, we've got no lines in the middle of the road down this section, which is what it's struggling with. We've got one tiny line there. Will it pick it up? Oh my God, it did. It picked up that one tiny line. And again, it's just forcing us, when it doesn't know, it kind of forces us into the middle of the road rather than tucking over and staying left, which is still really, really annoying. You can see it's not accepting anything down here. It should be able to see these lines. No? There we go. Okay, we see these lines. We'll keep it nice and slow through here because it does get, like I said, a little bit choppy. Come on, stay over on the left. Stay over on the left, car. No, it was pulling us over to the right. I'm not sure why it does that. I don't know why it would think that when there's no line, it's just like go down the middle. It should always stay to the left. And again, that's a 60. Believe it or not, that road we just went down and all of these corners, bloody hell, are 60s. For example, right, we've got no one behind us. I just want to show you this corner here. How does it deal with it? This is just a right-hand turn. Is it going to do it, or is it just going to slam? Oh, wow. Oh my God, no, look at that. That was close. So for some reason, like, it started to do it correctly, and then it just kind of halfway through gave up and was like, yeah, I'll just kind of cut across. I'll just cut across the road at this point. Such bizarre behavior when there's no lines. Like, again, here, look, in the middle of the road. Bizarre. Why? Why are we doing that, Tesla? Okay, we've got people starting to come behind us now, so I've got to be a little bit more careful and not allow it to do quite all the things it was before. Big old bus. Okay, again here, this is a real tight corner. What's the car gonna do? Nope, did not like that at all. It actually started, I felt the car think about turning left down the road on the left, and then it gave up and it aborted. So this is something that obviously it really needs to sort out. It needs some sort of UK countryside fix. It needs to sort itself out massively. All right, let's go up to 60 through here. Nice straight road. All right, let's bring that back down. But again, this is all me kind of just doing it on my own. I'm speeding it up and slowing it down with the wheel here. And I think I'll stick to 40 for the rest of this. Again, the middle line, very, very vague. I'm just hoping the car sticks to the left as we go through this tighter area. All right, we'll slow it right down here. Still, this is still a 60. This is a 60, guys. Whoa. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Okay, pulling it up to 40. So you could do all of these roads if you up and down the speed a lot by yourself, but obviously that does defeat the point of full self-driving. I shouldn't really be having to speed it up and slow it down. So we're coming into a 30. I would really like the car to be slowing down like now, so that when we hit the 30, we're going 33, exactly like I just did it then. Oh, bumpy. Now this is interesting. I know that there's a 20 sign on the left here, but only when the lights flash. And look, it's gone down to 20 even though the lights weren't flashing. So it needs to be able to read signs like a human would. Can I override it? No, and I can't override it, sadly. But again, through the lights, the traffic light system worked correctly. But we're stuck at 20 until we see a sign that says otherwise. Let's take a right down here, shall we? And go, there's a 30, so now at least we're bumped up to 30. Okay, what's this car doing here? Just gotta be careful. I put autopilot on there, I don't know if you could see, but as soon as I put autopilot on, it started like aiming itself at that van. So I kind of had to turn it straight off. This looks like it's a full single lane. Yeah, this is a single track road. So we're gonna seek, is it anywhere we can get autopilot to work to see what it wants to do? What about these lines here? Is that going to work for it? No. No. So again, down these single lanes, no change, no difference. Whoa, okay, so it thinks that I'm going to come off the edge here, even when I'm driving on my own. Oh, here, let's use this. Let's see if it will use this. So if I go slow, autopilot, please appear. No, it didn't appear. Okay, I found this single track road that has some lines, but is the car going to allow to pick it up? No, sadly it didn't pick it up, and this is literally just a single track road. Hopefully, okay, so it's picked this up. So it picked up the kind of curb there on the side of the road, and it's actually used that as its lines. But as you can see, we're just all the way on the right side of the road. What is going on, Tesla? We are not in America here. Doesn't look like it wants to come on. It's not giving me any options. What the f? Like, what the f? He could have just stopped. Look at the size of this space. He could have stopped right there. It is absolutely lovely down here, but there's no way autopilot is going to work down here at the moment. And I actually wanted to know, do people want to see more like driving videos? A lot of people actually watch these videos at bedtime to fall asleep to. I've watched driving videos myself to fall asleep to and stuff. Let me know, would you like to see driving videos around the countryside, like not where I'm talking and stuff, but with some music, and you know, you get to see the sights and I can kind of drive around the UK. That was kind of my next thought of content, which would be quite fun for me to do, because I do like driving and everything. So my gosh, this is a long route, and it thinks it's a junction here, which is interesting. Don't see any junction. Wow, this really does go deep into the countryside. My camera literally has 5% left, so it is about to die. I'm gonna leave this end of this video then with just some quiet driving through these country roads. Autopilot's not picking up down here, and even if it did, I mean, it'd be pretty on, off, stop, start. I'd have to be slowing it down, speeding it up all the time for all these corners. But it's an absolutely lovely drive to do, especially as we go through here under the trees. Thank you all so much for watching. Hit the like button down below. Let me know if you want to see just driving videos as well. You know, like it could be an hour long, driving around cities, driving through countrysides, all of that kind of good stuff. So let me know down below in the comment section. Until next time, guys, drive safe.